Composing is like going back to square one every time, and you don't know what it's going to be. See, the composition starts to dictate. See, you, the composer and writer, you have control, but you only have so much control. You have to let the music go where it's going. Stop trying to control it sometimes. I grew up on the south side of Chicago. There was no television. Radio had all the music that you were going to hear. I started playing the piano when I was about 3.5 years old. The music that was famous at that time was boogie woogie, and I would sit at the piano all day with the radio on, waiting for that music to come on. And then I would hear music at my 2 different grandmothers' churches. That's where the music I loved the most. So I was influenced and captured by all these things. I graduated from high school in 1962 and went to Wilson Junior College. This was a liberal arts 2-year college, and they had an incredible music department. The school was loaded with artists. It was Jack DeJohnette, Bunky Green, Roscoe Mitchell, Eddie Harris, Joseph Jarman, Malachi Favors. This was just some of the people that were there. I met Muhal Richard Abrams, and he invited me to come to the experimental band, which was the prelude to the AACM, Association for the Advancement of Creative Musicians. And it was a very short period because it was in 1966, and I had gotten drafted at this point, so I left. The draft board in my neighborhood called me up and said, "You're a professional musician." I said, "I guess so." He said, "Well, join the draft as a professional musician. If any musical organization or institution call for your services, you can get out." And that's when the AACM wrote while I was still in the service and said that they wanted me to come and teach at the school, so I was only in the service for 2.5 years. When I finally finished, I was right back in the fold of the AACM. They put me in to join, and it was a quick process, and I was in the big band immediately, and then I was playing in Muhal's quintet pretty much after that right away. You can't really say there was such a thing as an AACM school. Each one of us was a school in our own. We had our different ideas and different approaches. The idea that all music from humanity is really what we were looking at. First group I had was air. The compositional techniques that I was developing were mostly in a major minor world and a chromatic world. After that came the sextet. Now, the sextet, which I thought of as a reduced orchestra. In this period that I made major discoveries about new ways to write music, and that led to the group Zuit. Every group that I had something to do with how far I had made it compositionally. I would change groups because the compositional ideas had changed. And I've been fortunate that I could do that, you know, that I saw something beyond the horizon to move to. It was totally surprising to win the Pulitzer Prize. It's a level of recognition, you know, for what you do. There's no words for it, you know. It's really great, great honor, great honor. The object for me is to make music. So I write it down, I bring it in, and somebody make a mistake. I say, "Oh, that's wonderful, let me change this and put the mistake in." Because that's the object for me. I'm not stuck on what I did. You have to really look around and see if it's working. You gotta put it up, you know. You have to play it live. That's the other thing about live music, live art. You have to resurrect it to find out will it stand.